Hi Ben, I'm
Hi.
your interviewer Harry. So we've got a couple of questions. What would you say employers like yourself are looking for in students and young job seekers?
I think when a young student or candidate comes into my salon, the first thing I actually look for is the way they actually present themselves when they walk in. Obviously my salon's got a certain type of image that we try to promote. And I happily and hopefully sometimes people have studied that before they come for the interviews. If they want to work at my salon, they generally know of us. When they walk in, smart appearance, well spoken, a person that is obviously trying to impress me, that yes, they want that job and they're in there. And also I want to have a person that's working with as part of a good team. Can be an individual, have their own personality, but at the end of the day they've got to be a good communicator. Hairdressing is about communication. If they can talk to me and talk to me well about themselves, what they want from me, apart from what I want from them as well, that's a good start.
So we'd say like skills and experience plays a big part as well.
Definitely. I think being at the college is good. It's a good foundation for the salon.
Yeah.
Obviously, when they come to me, they know they've got to go do more.
We take quite a few people from Mid-Kent then.
Everybody that works at TAG has, through their career, all have worked at
Really?
Mid-Kent College.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, Joe used to work here as an educator. My wife is an assessor. Got that qualification through the college. But yes, they've all had time at Mid-Kent College. We've got a team of 12, and the one that's been there for the longest has been with me for 18 years.
Every single one of them.
Everyone's come from Mid-Kent College.
Oh, wow. Have you ever considered taking on apprentices within your business?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We've been taking on apprentices now for over 24 years.
Oh wow.
And produced some outstanding, principal people that are working in top salons in the West End. I've got people that are managing Tony and Guy that have been in our salon. Excellent. It's a really, really good way to get people into the workforce and apprenticeship, especially when they've reached the NVQ 3 level. It's a very, very good standard to start the ball rolling.
Does that help your business as well when you've got your apprentices?
Definitely, because I mean they get to know the clients as they're working. They build up that rapport between themselves and the client. It's not just like selling an article. It's not like retail. Like I say, you've got to retail yourself, but you've got to be able to sort of deal with that person. Get yourself, you build up your clients by doing models to start with at a lower rate, and then you gradually build them up as you
build like a connection.
You connect between the client and build your future clientele up. Yeah, it's a really brilliant way. Start young, treat them well, keep them in the salon. It's good for the business. Work placement, essential part of their career. Must get that work placement, even if it isn't going to get a pay for it. If there's no pay, still do it. Just get in there, get on with the job, get that experience under your belt. That makes it much more viable for you to get a job. Definitely advise that to them all.
Alright, thanks for that. That was
wonderful.
Great.
Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
Cheers, nice to meet you. Hi Antoinette, I am your interviewer, Harry.
Hello, Harry.
Tell us a little about the industry that you've set up and working in.
Right, the industry we're in is primarily hairdressing. We're at TAG Hairdressing, which is not far from here, with my husband Glenn, who you interviewed earlier. We opened the salon, husband and wife, back in 1989, and now, obviously, 24 years on, if my maths is right. We've actually got a team, I think Glenn mentioned earlier, of 12. We do a little bit of beauty alongside, but primarily is a salon with our bread and butter as clients.
Them 12 people are from Mid-Kent as well, aren't
all of them are, absolutely everyone. We started off with an apprentice who obviously came to day release at Mid-Kent College. She now actually was teaching, she's on maternity at the moment. But every staff member we have in the salon either has done an apprenticeship with us and gone day release to Mid-Kent College, or most recently we've had full-timers at Mid-Kent College that come to us for day release. Which is work experience.
So that's part of their course here as well?
No, not at all. No, not at all. No, I took my Assessors Award here about 3 or 4 years ago because I wanted to actually fast track my own apprentices into getting into the qualification a lot faster. Whilst doing so, the college asked if myself and Glenn would come down and do an inspirational talk with the students. And one of the things we said to them was they need, being that full-time now is just 3 days a week, those 2 days would be a really good idea if they actually got into salons and actually do work experience.
That's good to gain the skills and
absolutely, as an employer, coming straight from college at level 3 is all great and wonderful foundation training and wonderful work from the college, but there's no practical skills in a salon, in the real life salon, although they have very, very good in-site salons at the college. So we mentioned this, and from that we had a handful of students actually approach us and say, could they actually come and do their work experience with us? One or two dropped out along the line because I think the thing is they don't get paid, and that's a biggie for them. Unfortunately, a lot of their colleagues and friends say to them, oh, you know, you're not getting paid.
Yeah, that's the thing about it's the experience though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And it gets you to get out there and get into the industry.
And I don't know if Glenn mentioned earlier, but one of our young ladies that was on work experience started just one morning a week, ended up coming 2 days a week, so it coincided with her 3 days at college. We took her on as a full-time stylist once she qualified, worked with us the last 2 years, and now has actually got herself a job in Mayfair, which I think Glenn mentioned. That's just one success story, a recent one, that every one of them that work at TAG not only do hairdressing, but some of them do film makeup, bridal work, fashion shoots, there's lots of other
Such
areas.
a broad.
Absolutely. The core is within the salon working, 9 to 5, basically on a chair, because that's your bread and butter. But they diverse into so many other things. But yeah, all from Mid-Kent College.
What do you feel that Mid-Kent College could do to maybe make their students a bit more work ready?
They do so much already. They do bang on, bless them, so much about how important work experience is. Unfortunately, because they're tutors, I think sometimes the students tend to stop listening for a while. So what they're doing, which is getting employers like ourselves to come in and actually talk to the students and tell them how it is and say to them, unless they do this, the chances are they might not be employable.
Yeah, they start doing these job fairs and stuff.
Absolutely. So yeah, just basically probably get more employers to come in and talk to the students and make them really, really aware how important it is.
Great. Finally, what advice would you give to students that are leaving the college and what they should take with them from their course when they're going out looking for employment?
Listen to your tutors. The tutors really do know what they're talking about. They've been out there themselves. They've not always taught all their lives. Most of them have worked in salons, in industries. They've come with a lot of knowledge to the college. The advice they're giving them, that's all I'd say is listen to them, because they know exactly where to direct.
That will help
Absolutely.
them finding their job and getting
Absolutely,
there.
yeah.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very
That's
much.
it.
Okay,
Cheers.
thanks.
Hi Liz, I'm your interviewer Harry.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and the industry that you are working in.
I am a media makeup artist and I've been in the industry now for 25 years. We service corporate events. We do makeup for editorial, fashion, magazines, many different parts to my business, yeah.
What would you say employers such as yourself are looking for in young job seekers and people maybe leaving from college?
Okay, so for me to use anyone on any of my jobs, they have to have a really good basic common sense, a really good grounding knowledge of what they do, and they have to be very good makeup artists in order to use them. We do some very high prestigious events and some top level work, so we have to make sure that the people we're using are very good at what they do. Also very important is that they have good interpersonal communication skills with people. So if I can't always be on all of the events, so the team that I send out always have to be able to deal with people, represent my company well.
Deal well with clients.
Yeah, be able to deal with clients, be very professional in their manner. Yeah, those type of things really.
Would appearance at an interview even play a part in that as well?
Not so much for the work that I do. I work with a lot of creative types, and appearance is not what's important. It's really for my part of the industry. It's really skill at what they can do and how they come across as people as opposed to how they look. Interestingly enough, only because I work with some people that are quite way out sometimes. Yeah, so that's
What do you feel that Mid-Kent College could maybe do to provide students with like skills to be more work ready when they leave?
Okay, I think it's really important that at the college what they do is give the students opportunity to actually go out and experience work-based placements while the students are at the college. So if they're, to get involved in events, to work between the departments, for example, like the makeup students coming up to the media department, having the opportunity to work in that sort of, simulated, realistic environment, and for the different departments to work together. There's so many of those skills within the college. I think that's really valuable that, the college taps into that and uses that and allows the students to, experience sort of on the job
And as you
type
say,
of
the course can kind of
scenarios.
link into each other, the film, makeup and media,
Yeah.
so it could be beneficial for
Yeah.
each of them.
Fantastic opportunity, yeah.
Have you ever considered taking on any apprentices or anything you've been
It's something I've learned more about today. I have looked into
Oh.
it before. I have learned more about it today, and it would be something that I would look at doing, yes.
or for the future?
Yes.
Do you reckon it would help out in the business?
Yes,
as well?
definitely, 100%, because, you know, I work on my own and I have to do every area of my business, so, you know, to have some backup and support, someone I could train up and teach them it my way would be great, very valuable,
I'll
yes.
teach, because you also teach at the college, don't you?
Yes, I do actually. I've, as I say, I've been in the industry for a long time, and I've actually come back into the college just to give something back really and share some of my skills with the students here. And
Do you come here quite frequently?
I just come in 1 day a week sessionally,
right.
and yeah, so I have actually. That's, you know, I feel I've got quite a good insight as to, you know, what goes on, as to how it would benefit sort of my industry and the students here
Yeah.
as well, you know. So yeah.
That's the experience as well. And
Yes,
you're supposed to
it
share
is.
like
Yeah.
what it's actually like in the industry as you're in there as well as being a teacher at the same
Definitely,
time.
yeah. And I think the students have found that quite valuable. And a couple of the students have already actually been out on, you know, in the field with me. One of the students came up and worked at a big industry show with me. She was live on stage, so that was a great experience for her. So I can see that, and having spoken to some of the other employers today, I can see how valuable that is to employers, yeah. That we actually get the students, you know, doing it as it is on the
Yeah.
job, yeah, so to speak.
So finally, what would you say to take in for students leaving the college, well, to be work ready? Like, hang on, let me ask that again. What advice would you give to students who are leaving the college to take in from and be work ready when they leave?
From me as an
Yeah.
employer,
What would you think they should take in? What advice?
I would say this is what's come to me.
That's fine.
I would say always be really open.
Mm.
Just be really open to any opportunity.
Just take what comes at you. And take
Just
it with
whatever comes, yeah. Just be really open to it. Try not to have any preconceived perceptions. Just be really open and just take every opportunity. And the other thing I would say, sorry, there's two
you.
things,
Okay.
is practice your trade, whatever it is.
Mm.
Practice it and be really, really good.
Just get as much experience as you can.
Yeah, experience again. So again, we're coming back to
Yeah,
that.
that's always the key
experience
thing, isn't
yeah.
it? Just knowing what you're doing.
Definitely.
Got that experience.
Yeah.
All right, that's all. Thank you, Liz.
Harry.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
very
interview.
much.
I'm Faith Humson. I studied media last year, but I went on to do beauty for this year.
What made you choose that course in Mid Kent in particular?
Because I like the environment of the college. It's really nice. It's really, you know, I feel like home while I'm at college. So I wanted to do something different as well.
It's just went straight on from media into
Beauty.
beauty.
Yes,
What made you
definitely.
choose beauty?
Beauty, because I loved the creative side of media. So I thought, okay, the creative side of nails, you know, nail art and everything. So
You
yeah,
do some cool little graphic designs and stuff.
yeah,
did you?
well, just a little bit.
That's cool. I like a lot, do some fancy things and that.
Yeah, I could do something for you.
Oh yeah, you should. That'd be nice. What skills and attributes are you gaining from the course that you're on?
I'm gaining how to be more confident, how to deal with different situations with different customers, and how to change a treatment. Like if someone had, I don't know, something wrong with one of the nails, I have to change the treatment and do it to the best of my ability.
Do they help a lot with like communication?
Oh, yeah,
with
definitely.
Dealing with customers or that sort
We
of
have
stuff as
like
well, then?
different type of units. You have like the reception unit where you go outside and you actually are the reception.
Just do like an actual like work
Yes.
experience within the course.
Basically, yes.
That's-
So
that
you get
sounds
more experience in it.
Oh wow. That's all the questions we've got for you, Faith.
Yeah, thank you. Pleasure.